hostile and aggressive in nature or behavior, relating to or engaged in war or warfare.
झगड़ालू, आक्रामक, आसानी से लड़ाई करने वाला.
We shall now review the options for this question. Which of these words most accurately matches the given definition? Belligerent, imprudent, pithy, elusive. Now the correct answer is belligerent.
Belligerent as adjective.
झगड़ालू, आक्रामक, आसानी से लड़ाई करने वाला.
Hostile and aggressive in nature or behavior, relating to or engaged in war or warfare.
Synonyms of
Belligerent,
hostile, combative, warlike, bellicose, militant.
Antonyms of
belligerent,
Peaceful.
Here is the word family of belligerent, as a noun belligerence, as a adjective belligerent, as a adverb belligerently.
The belligerent drunkard was causing a disturbance in the bar. The coach criticized the player for his belligerent behavior on and off the field. The country's belligerent stance on territorial disputes led to international condemnation. The party guests were taken aback by the host's belligerent outburst. The student was sent to the principal's office for his belligerent attitude towards the teacher.
Here are some useful collocations of
Belligerent,
Belligerent attitude. Definition: a hostile or aggressive attitude or demeanor. Examples: the drunk man approached with a belligerent attitude, ready to start a fight. Belligerent behavior. Definition: aggressive or confrontational actions or conduct. Examples: the belligerent behavior of the soccer players led to multiple red cards. Belligerent stance. Definition: taking a combative or antagonistic position in a conflict or disagreement. Examples: the country's belligerent stance escalated tensions with its neighboring countries. Belligerent rhetoric. Definition: provocative or inflammatory language used to incite conflict or aggression. Examples: the politicians' belligerent rhetoric during the campaign stirred up division among voters. Belligerent tone. Definition: a confrontational or hostile tone in communication or discourse. Examples: the customer's complaint was met with a belligerent tone from the service representative.
Next question. Easily annoyed, irritable, or bad-tempered. Quick to become upset, frustrated, or angry, especially over minor or trivial matters.
चिड़चिड़ा, जल्दी गुस्सा होने वाला.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? Even-handed, peevish, foolhardy, primacy. Now the correct answer is peevish.
Peevish as adjective.
चिड़चिड़ा, जल्दी गुस्सा होने वाला.
Easily annoyed, irritable, or bad-tempered. Quick to become upset, frustrated, or angry, especially over minor or trivial matters.
Synonym of
Peevish,
Testy, petulant, irritable, cross, grouchy.
Antonym of
peevish,
Pleasant, amiable, friendly, affable, agreeable.
Here is the word family of peevish, as a noun peevishness, as an adjective peevish, as an adverb peevishly.
The customer became peevish when the cashier made a mistake with his order. She was always peevish when she was hungry. The hot weather made everyone feel peevish and restless. The child was peevish and cranky after staying up too late. He had a peevish temperament that made it difficult to work with him.
Common collocation of
Peevish.
Peevish temperament. Definition: having an easily irritated or bad-tempered disposition. Examples: the child's peevish temperament made it challenging for others to interact with him. Peevish complaint. Definition: an irritable or discontented expression of dissatisfaction or annoyance. Examples: she expressed her peevish complaint about the poor service at the restaurant. Peevish behavior. Definition: displaying petulant or grumpy behavior, often over minor or trivial matters. Examples: his peevish behavior during the meeting created a negative atmosphere and hindered productive discussions. Peevish tone. Definition: using a cranky or irritated tone of voice when speaking. Examples: the customer service representative responded in a peevish tone, further frustrating the customer. Peevish response. Definition: reacting with annoyance or irritability to a situation or comment. Examples: his peevish response to constructive feedback showed his resistance to criticism.
Next question. Being highly relevant or appropriate to the matter at hand. Suitable or appropriate in the circumstances or context.
उपयुक्त, सही और सटीक संदर्भ में.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? Apposite, ethereal, diffident, errant. Now the correct answer is apposite.
Apposite as adjective.
उपयुक्त, सही और सटीक संदर्भ में.
Being highly relevant or appropriate to the matter at hand. Suitable or appropriate in the circumstances or context.
Synonyms of
Apposite,
Appropriate, apt, apropos, fitting, pertinent.
antonyms of
apposite,
Inappropriate, amiss, impertinent, inapplicable, inapposite.
Here is the word family of apposite, as a noun appositeness, as a adjective apposite, as a adverb appositely.
The speaker made an apposite reference to the current political situation. The teacher's apposite example helped the students understand the concept easily. The journalist's apposite choice of words highlighted the gravity of the situation. The team's apposite strategy helped them win the game. The company's decision to invest in renewable energy was apposite given the current environmental concerns.
Here are some useful collocations of
Apposite,
Apposite remark. Definition: a relevant or fitting remark that is appropriate to the context. Examples: his apposite remark brought clarity to the discussion and addressed the main issue. Apposite example. Definition: an example that is suitable or pertinent to the subject being discussed. Examples: the professor provided an apposite example to illustrate the concept being taught. Apposite analogy. Definition: an analogy that is well-suited and relevant to explaining a particular idea or relationship. Examples: the teacher used an apposite analogy of a puzzle to help students understand the concept of problem solving. Apposite phrase. Definition: a phrase that is appropriate or fitting in a specific situation or context. Examples: the writer used an apposite phrase to create a vivid description of the character's emotions. Apposite quote. Definition: a quotation that is relevant or aptly captures the essence of a topic or argument. Examples: the speaker began her speech with an apposite quote that immediately engaged the audience.
Next question. Boldly presuming or assuming without proper justification. Overstepping one's bounds or showing excessive confidence, especially by making assumptions or taking liberties that are not warranted.
धृष्ट, अहंकारी, जरूरत से ज्यादा निर्भय और दखल देने वाला.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? Restive. Appropriate. Presumptuous. Pastoral. Now, the correct answer is presumptuous.
Presumptuous as adjective.
धृष्ट, अहंकारी, जरूरत से ज्यादा निर्भय और दखल देने वाला.
Boldly presuming or assuming without proper justification. Overstepping one's bounds or showing excessive confidence, especially by making assumptions or taking liberties that are not warranted.
Synonym of
Presumptuous.
Old, brazen, impertinent, impudent, insolent.
Antonym of
Presumptuous.
Humble, modest, unassuming, down-to-earth, compliant.
Here is the word family of presumptuous, as a noun presumption, as a verb presume, as an adjective presumptuous, as an adverb presumptuously.
It's presumptuous to assume that you know what someone else is thinking. It's presumptuous to think you know what someone else wants. He was being presumptuous to assume that she would automatically agree to his proposal. Her presumptuous behavior made everyone feel uncomfortable. He made a presumptuous comment that showed he didn't understand the situation.
collocation of
Presumptuous.
Presumptuous intrusion. Definition: invading someone's personal space or boundaries without invitation or permission. Examples: it is presumptuous to show up unannounced at someone's house without prior arrangement or invitation. Presumptuous behavior. Definition: behaving in a way that shows excessive confidence or forwardness without proper justification. Examples: his presumptuous behavior of constantly interrupting others during the meeting was viewed as disrespectful. Presumptuous assumption. Definition: making an assumption or taking something for granted without sufficient evidence or justification. Examples: it is presumptuous to assume that everyone shares the same political views as you do. Presumptuous remark. Definition: making a comment or statement that is perceived as overly confident or intrusive. Examples: she made a presumptuous remark about her coworker's personal life, which caused tension in the office. Presumptuous request. Definition: making a request or demand that exceeds one's rightful or appropriate boundaries. Examples: it is presumptuous to ask a stranger for a significant favor without establishing a relationship first.
Next question. Careful and prudent in the use of resources, especially money, relating to the management of financial resources or expenditures.
किफायती, कम खर्च में काम चलाने वाला.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? Commensurate. Anodyne. Nonplussed. Economical. Now the correct answer is economical.
Economical as adjective.
किफायती, कम खर्च में काम चलाने वाला.
Careful and prudent in the use of resources, especially money, relating to the management of financial resources or expenditures.
Synonym of.
Economical,
cheap, sparing, frugal, prudent, thrifty.
Antonym of.
economical,
Wasteful, expensive, extravagant, lavish, improvident.
Here is the word family of economical, as a noun economy, as a verb economize, as an adjective economical, as an adverb economically.
The hotel offered an economical package deal for families on a budget. The small car was more economical than the larger SUV, getting better gas mileage. The student lived an economical lifestyle, buying used books and cooking at home instead of eating out. The company made an economical decision to outsource some of their work to save money. The new dishwasher was very economical, using less water and electricity than the old one.
Common collocation of
Economical,
Economical car. Definition: a car that is designed to be fuel efficient and minimize fuel consumption. Examples: the hybrid vehicle is known for its economical features, saving drivers money on fuel costs. Economical use of resources. Definition: efficient or careful use of resources, such as energy, water, or materials, to minimize waste and environmental impact. Examples: the company promotes economical use of resources through recycling programs and energy-saving initiatives. Economical spending. Definition: practicing frugal and budget-conscious spending habits to make the most of available resources. Examples: they adopted an economical spending approach, prioritizing essential expenses and cutting back on non-essential items. Economical packaging. Definition: packaging that is designed to minimize material usage and waste, while still protecting the product. Examples: the company switched to more economical packaging, using recyclable materials and reducing unnecessary packaging. Economical solution. Definition: a solution or approach that achieves the desired outcome with minimal cost, resources, or effort. Examples: software upgrade provided an economical solution to enhance productivity without requiring additional hardware.
Next question. Blissful or idyllic, characterized by happiness and contentment. Calm and peaceful, untroubled by disturbance or worry.
शांत और सुखद, शांति और समृद्धि का समय.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Impertinent, halcyon, recondite, cogent. Now the correct answer is halcyon.
Halcyon as adjective.
शांत और सुखद, शांति और समृद्धि का समय.
Blissful or idyllic, characterized by happiness and contentment. Calm and peaceful, untroubled by disturbance or worry.
synonym of.
Halcyon,
Calm, peaceful, serene, tranquil, pacific.
Antonym of.
halcyon,
Violent, wild, turbulent, furious, foul.
Here is the word family of halcyon, as a noun halcyon, as an adjective halcyon.
The artist Halcyon period produced some of his most beautiful works. The peaceful town was a halcyon place to raise a family. The couple enjoyed a halcyon period of happiness in their marriage. The traveler longed for a halcyon existence, free from stress and worries. The halcyon days of summer are a time for relaxation and fun.
Common collocation of
Halcyon.
Halcyon years. Definition: a time in the past that is remembered as idyllic, carefree, or prosperous. Examples: the 1920s were considered halcyon years of economic growth and cultural transformation. Halcyon days. Definition: a period of peace, tranquility, and happiness. Examples: they fondly remembered the halcyon days of their childhood spent by the beach. Halcyon memories. Definition: fond and nostalgic memories of a joyful and peaceful time. Examples: she looked back on her halcyon memories of summer vacations spent with her grandparents. Halcyon weather. Definition: calm and serene weather conditions, often associated with clear skies and gentle breezes. Examples: the picnic was held on a day of halcyon weather, with the sun shining and a light, refreshing wind. Halcyon moments. Definition: significant or memorable moments that evoke a sense of peace, contentment, or happiness. Examples: the wedding ceremony was filled with halcyon moments as the couple exchanged vows.
Next question. Extremely bad or poor. Extremely low or lacking in quality.
बहुत खराब, अत्यंत दयनीय, बेहद नीची गुणवत्ता वाला.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Abysmal, irascible, concomitant, reverent. Now, the correct answer is abysmal.
Abysmal as adjective.
बहुत खराब, अत्यंत दयनीय, बेहद नीची गुणवत्ता वाला.
Extremely bad or poor. Extremely low or lacking in quality.
Synonyms of
Abysmal,
Deep, profound, abyssal, bottomless, unfathomable.
antonyms of
abysmal,
Measurable, shallow, low, depthless, finite.
Here is the word family of abysmal, as a noun abyss, as an adjective abysmal, as an adverb abysmally.
The restaurant's food was abysmal, with undercooked meat and stale vegetables. The weather during the camping trip was abysmal, with constant rain and cold temperatures. The school's test scores were abysmal, indicating a need for major improvements in teaching and resources. The team's performance on the field was abysmal, with numerous errors and missed opportunities. The company's financial performance last quarter was abysmal, with record losses and declining revenue.
Here are some useful collocations of
Abysmal,
Abysmal performance. Definition: extremely poor or dismal performance in a task, activity, or competition. Examples: the team's abysmal performance led to their defeat in the championship match. Abysmal conditions. Definition: terribly bad or wretched living or working conditions. Examples: the refugees were living in abysmal conditions without access to clean water or proper shelter. Abysmal failure. Definition: a complete and utter failure with severe consequences or repercussions. Examples: the company's abysmal failure to meet customer demands resulted in a significant loss of market share. Abysmal weather. Definition: extremely unpleasant or severe weather conditions. Examples: the hikers had to turn back due to the abysmal weather conditions with heavy rain and strong winds. Abysmal grades. Definition: extremely low or failing grades in academic assessments or examinations. Examples: the student's lack of effort resulted in abysmal grades throughout the semester.
Next question. Being excessively talkative, often to the point of annoyance. Being loquacious or wordy, especially in a way that is excessive or annoying.
बातूनी, बहुत अधिक बात करने वाला.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? Haphazard, garrulous, inarticulate, discreet. Now the correct answer is garrulous.
Garrulous as adjective.
बातूनी, बहुत अधिक बात करने वाला.
Being excessively talkative, often to the point of annoyance. Being loquacious or wordy, especially in a way that is excessive or annoying.
Synonym of
Garrulous,
Talkative, loquacious, chatty, gabby, verbose.
antonym of
garrulous,
Close-mouthed, concise, curt, laconic, mute.
Here is the word family of garrulous. As a noun garrulity, as an adjective garrulous, as an adverb garrulously.
The garrulous salesman wouldn't stop talking about the product, even when we said we weren't interested. His garrulous nature made it difficult for anyone to get a word in edgewise during meetings. The old man's garrulousness was a source of amusement for the children. She became garrulous after a few glasses of wine and kept talking for hours. The garrulous parrot was always chirping and chatting away.
common collocation of
Garrulous,
Garrulous monologue. Definition: a long, uninterrupted speech or monologue that is characterized by excessive talkativeness. Examples: the politician's garrulous monologue failed to captivate the audience's attention. Garrulous phone call. Definition: a phone call that is overly long or filled with unnecessary details or digressions. Examples: I couldn't get off the phone because my aunt was being garrulous, discussing every trivial detail of her day. Garrulous personality. Definition: a personality trait characterized by excessive talkativeness and a tendency to dominate conversations. Examples: her garrulous personality made it difficult for others to contribute to the discussion. Garrulous storyteller. Definition: a person who tells stories in a verbose or long-winded manner, often going off on tangents. Examples: the garrulous storyteller entertained the children with tales of adventure and fantasy. Garrulous speech. Definition: a speech or presentation that is filled with excessive or unnecessary words or information. Examples: the garrulous speech bored the audience as the speaker rambled on without getting to the main points.
Next question. Growing or increasing in strength or power after a period of decline or weakness. Showing a new growth or revival after a period of inactivity or decline.
पुनरुत्थानशील, फिर से उभरने वाला.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? dispassionate, profligate, resurgent, petulant. Now the correct answer is resurgent.
Resurgent as adjective.
पुनरुत्थानशील, फिर से उभरने वाला.
Growing or increasing in strength or power after a period of decline or weakness. Showing a new growth or revival after a period of inactivity or decline.
Synonym of
Resurgent.
Renescent, reborn, revived, dynamical, crocus.
Antonym of
Resurgent.
Doldrums, unrevived, unrenewed.
Here is the word family of resurgent, as a noun resurgence, as an adjective resurgent.
The resurgent economy led to increased job opportunities. The resurgent team won the championship after years of losing. The resurgent interest in vintage fashion inspired a new clothing line. The resurgent virus caused concern among health officials. The resurgent popularity of vinyl records led to a spike in sales.
collocation of
Resurgent.
Resurgent economy. Definition: an economy that is experiencing a period of renewed growth or recovery. Examples: the country's resurgent economy has led to increased employment opportunities. Resurgent nationalism. Definition: a resurgence of nationalistic sentiments or movements. Examples: the political landscape has seen a resurgent nationalism in recent years. Resurgent interest. Definition: a renewed or revived interest in a particular topic, trend, or activity. Examples: there has been a resurgent interest in traditional crafts and handmade products. Resurgent energy. Definition: a surge of renewed energy or enthusiasm. Examples: after a period of rest, she felt a resurgent energy to tackle her goals. Resurgent team. Definition: a sports team that is experiencing a period of success or winning streak. Examples: the resurgent team won 5 consecutive matches, climbing up in the league standings.
Next question. Beyond comprehension or understanding. Intangible. Incapable of being weighed or measured. Impalpable.
अप्रमाप्य, जिसे मापा या आंका ना जा सके.
We shall now review the options for this question. Which of these words most accurately matches the given definition? Imponderable. Precocious. Panegyric. Guileless. Now the correct answer is imponderable.
Imponderable as adjective.
अप्रमाप्य, जिसे मापा या आंका ना जा सके.
Beyond comprehension or understanding. Intangible. Incapable of being weighed or measured. Impalpable.
Synonym of
Imponderable.
Elusive, impalpable, less important, intangible, immaterial.
Antonym of
Imponderable.
Ponderable, gargantuan, titanic, heavy, accessible.
Here is the word family of imponderable, as a noun imponderable, as an adjective imponderable.
The outcome of the match was imponderable due to the unpredictable weather conditions. The success of the project was imponderable without the cooperation of all team members. The future of the company was imponderable in the face of changing market trends. The decision to invest in the startup was imponderable without more information about the market. The effect of the new policy on the economy was imponderable at this point.
Common collocation of
imponderable.
Imponderable factors. Definition: factors or elements that are difficult or impossible to measure or evaluate. Examples: the outcome of the game was influenced by various imponderable factors, such as luck and weather conditions. Imponderable question. Definition: a question or issue that is difficult to answer or resolve due to its complex or uncertain nature. Examples: the existence of extraterrestrial life remains an imponderable question for scientists. Imponderable consequence. Definition: a consequence or result that is unpredictable or beyond calculation. Examples: the imponderable consequence of her actions led to unforeseen complications. Imponderable effect. Definition: an effect or impact that is not easily quantifiable or predictable. Examples: the imponderable effect of the new policy on the economy is yet to be determined. Imponderable variables. Definition: variables are factors that are unpredictable or difficult to account for in a given situation. Examples: the experiment yielded unexpected results due to certain imponderable variables.
Next question. Continuously occurring without interruption. Unceasing or unrelenting in frequency or intensity.
निरंतर जो बिना रुके चलता रहे.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? Petulant, bellicose, incessant, impervious. Now the correct answer is incessant.
Incessant as adjective.
निरंतर जो बिना रुके चलता रहे.
Continuously occurring without interruption. Unceasing or unrelenting in frequency or intensity.
synonym of
Incessant,
Ceaseless, unceasing, constant, continual, unabating.
antonym of
incessant.
Discontinuous, intermittent, occasional, irregular, ending.
Here is the word family of incessant, as a noun incessancy, as an adjective incessant, as an adverb incessantly.
The incessant ringing of the phone was distracting. The incessant barking of the neighbor's dog kept me up all night. Her incessant complaints were getting on my nerves. The incessant honking of car horns in the city was overwhelming. The incessant rain made it difficult to get any outdoor activities done.
common collocation of
Incessant,
Incessant rain. Definition: persistent and continuous rainfall without stopping. Examples: the region experienced incessant rain for several days, causing flooding. Incessant ringing. Definition: continuous and persistent ringing sound, often referring to a phone or alarm. Examples: the incessant ringing of the phone disrupted the meeting. Incessant chatter. Definition: non-stop and constant talking or conversation. Examples: the children's incessant chatter filled the room with excitement. Incessant demands. Definition: continuous and unrelenting requests or demands. Examples: the boss's incessant demands put a lot of pressure on the employees. Incessant interruptions. Definition: non-stop and frequent interruptions that disrupt a conversation or activity. Examples: the meeting was challenging due to the incessant interruptions from various participants.
Next question. Having a hidden or secret meaning, often intentionally obscure or puzzling, obscure or difficult to understand.
रहस्यमय, छिपा हुआ या समझने में कठिन.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Cryptic, meteoric, histrionic, antithetical. Now the correct answer is cryptic.
Cryptic as adjective.
रहस्यमय, छिपा हुआ या समझने में कठिन.
Having a hidden or secret meaning, often intentionally obscure or puzzling, obscure or difficult to understand.
Synonyms of
Cryptic,
Mysterious, obscure, enigmatic, mystifying, puzzling.
antonyms of
cryptic,
Clear, obvious, straightforward, definite, distinct.
Here is the word family of cryptic, as a noun crypt, as a adjective cryptic, as a adverb cryptically.
The spy's cryptic message to headquarters contained coded instructions for the next mission. The CEO's cryptic statement at the press conference left investors wondering about the company's future plans. The message was written in a cryptic code that only a few people could decipher. The crossword puzzle was full of cryptic clues that required a sharp mind to solve. The artist's paintings were often cryptic, leaving viewers to interpret their meaning for themselves.
Here are some useful collocations of
Cryptic,
Cryptic clue. Definition. A clue in a puzzle or game that is intentionally obscure or puzzling, requiring clever interpretation to solve. Examples: the crossword puzzle included several cryptic clues that challenged even the most experienced solvers. Cryptic language. Definition: language or speech that is intentionally enigmatic or mysterious, making it difficult for others to comprehend. Examples: the poet's cryptic language left readers contemplating the deeper meaning of the poem. Cryptic symbol. Definition: a symbol or sign that represents something, but is not immediately obvious or easily understood. Examples: the ancient cave drawings contained cryptic symbols whose meaning has yet to be fully deciphered. Cryptic code. Definition: a system of secret or encoded symbols used to convey messages securely and privately. Examples: the encrypted file contained a cryptic code that required a decryption key to access its contents. Cryptic behavior. Definition: behavior that is puzzling or difficult to interpret, often leading to confusion or uncertainty. Examples: her cryptic behavior during the meeting left her colleagues wondering what she was thinking.
Next question. Relating to war or the military. Relating to, characteristic of, or appropriate to military activities, affairs, or personnel. Warlike or aggressive. Having the qualities or attitudes of a warrior, such as courage, bravery, or readiness to fight.
युद्ध संबंधी, सेना या लड़ाई से जुड़ा.
We shall now review the options for this question. Which of these words most accurately matches the given definition? Martial, dilatory, desiccated, complementary. Now the correct answer is martial.
Martial as adjective.
युद्ध संबंधी, सेना या लड़ाई से जुड़ा.
Relating to war or the military. Relating to, characteristic of, or appropriate to military activities, affairs, or personnel. Warlike or aggressive. Having the qualities or attitudes of a warrior, such as courage, bravery, or readiness to fight.
Synonym of
Martial,
Warlike, military, belligerent, bellicose, combative.
Antonym of.
Martial.
Peaceful, civil, civilian, conciliatory, peaceable.
Here is the word family of martial, as a noun martiality, as an adjective martial, as an adverb martially.
The army was trained in martial arts to prepare for hand-to-hand combat. The government declared martial law to restore order during the unrest. The martial spirit of the soldiers inspired their comrades to fight harder. The martial music played during the ceremony gave it a sense of grandeur and solemnity. The martial tradition of the family was passed down from generation to generation.
Common collocation of.
Martial.
Martial training. Definition: training and instruction in military tactics, techniques, and physical fitness. Examples: the recruits underwent intensive martial training to prepare for their military service. Martial arts. Definition: various forms of combat or self-defense disciplines, such as karate, judo, or taekwondo. Examples: he has been practicing martial arts for years and has earned a black belt in karate. Martial law. Definition: the imposition of military control over a civilian population, usually in times of emergency or unrest. Examples: the government declared martial law to maintain order during the widespread protests. Martial skills. Definition: skills and abilities related to warfare or combat. Examples: the soldier's martial skills and training enabled him to excel on the battlefield. Martial discipline. Definition: strict adherence to rules and regulations, often associated with military organizations. Examples: the soldiers were known for their unwavering martial discipline and dedication to their duties.
Next question. Cheerful and pleasant. Friendly and warm-hearted.
मिलनसार, दोस्ताना और खुशमिजाज.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? Timorous, ribald, embryonic, genial. Now the correct answer is genial.
Genial as adjective.
मिलनसार, दोस्ताना और खुशमिजाज.
Cheerful and pleasant. Friendly and warm-hearted.
Synonym of.
Genial.
Amiable, cordial, friendly, agreeable, affable.
Antonym of.
Genial.
Unfriendly, irritable, cranky, harsh, sarcastic.
Here is the word family of genial, as a noun geniality, as an adjective genial, as an adverb genially.
His genial personality is what makes him so popular with everyone he meets. Despite the stress of the situation, she managed to maintain a genial demeanor. A genial host who always makes sure his guests feel comfortable and welcome. The weather was so genial that we decided to have a picnic in the park. The book's genial tone made it an enjoyable and easy read.
Common collocation of.
Genial.
Genial personality. Definition: having a friendly, warm, and cheerful personality. Examples: she has a genial personality that makes people feel comfortable and welcomed. Genial smile. Definition: a warm and genuine smile that expresses kindness and happiness. Examples. The host greeted her guests with a genial smile as they entered the party. Genial atmosphere. Definition: a pleasant and friendly atmosphere or environment. The cafe had a genial atmosphere with soft music and comfortable seating. Genial conversation. Definition: a friendly and enjoyable conversation. Examples. They engaged in a genial conversation, discussing their shared interests and experiences. Genial gesture. Definition: a kind and thoughtful gesture that demonstrates goodwill or friendliness. Examples: he extended a genial gesture by offering to help his neighbor with their gardening.
Next question. Dangerous or hazardous, especially due to hidden or unpredictable dangers. Deceptive, dishonest, or untrustworthy.
विश्वासघाती, धोखा देने वाला.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Treacherous, ephemeral, sedulous, unassailable. Now the correct answer is treacherous.
Treacherous as adjective.
विश्वासघाती, धोखा देने वाला.
Dangerous or hazardous, especially due to hidden or unpredictable dangers. Deceptive, dishonest, or untrustworthy.
Synonym of
Treacherous,
Deceitful, perfidious, dishonest, disloyal, untrustworthy.
Antonym of
treacherous,
Safe, true, faithful, devoted, loyal.
Here is the word family of treacherous, as a noun treachery, as an adjective treacherous, as an adverb treacherously.
The mountain path was treacherous due to the snow and ice. The politician's promises were treacherous and deceptive. The businessman's dealings were treacherous and unethical. The sea was treacherous, with high waves and strong currents. The spy's behavior was treacherous, betraying his own country for personal gain.
collocation of
Treacherous,
Treacherous weather. Definition: atmospheric conditions that are hazardous, severe, or volatile, posing risks to safety and well-being. Examples: the storm brought treacherous weather, with strong winds, heavy rainfall, and lightning strikes. Treacherous behavior. Definition: actions, conduct, or dealings that are deceptive, disloyal, or betray trust. Examples: the employee's treacherous behavior of leaking confidential information led to severe consequences. Treacherous friend. Definition: a person who appears friendly but proves to be untrustworthy, deceitful, or disloyal. Examples: he discovered that his so-called friend had been spreading rumors about him, realizing he was a treacherous companion. Treacherous ally. Definition: an individual or group that pretends to be supportive or aligned but later proves to be unreliable or working against one's interests. Examples: the politician realized that his supposed ally had been secretly plotting against him, revealing a treacherous partnership. Treacherous trap. Definition: a concealed or artfully set mechanism or situation intended to deceive, harm, or ensnare unsuspecting individuals. Examples: the detective managed to escape the treacherous trap set by the criminal, avoiding capture.
Next question. Concerned with the acquisition or management of money or wealth. Relating to money, finance, or wealth.
आर्थिक, पैसे से संबंधित.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Concomitant, pecuniary, apathetic, empathetic. Now, the correct answer is pecuniary.
Pecuniary as adjective.
आर्थिक, पैसे से संबंधित.
Concerned with the acquisition or management of money or wealth. Relating to money, finance, or wealth.
Synonym of
Pecuniary.
Financial, monetary, fiscal, economic, commercial.
Antonym of
Pecuniary.
Non-monetary, non-financial, non-economic.
Here is the word family of pecuniary. As an adjective, pecuniary.
The politician was accused of accepting pecuniary gifts from lobbyists. The lawyer's advice was motivated by his own pecuniary interests. The company's pecuniary success was due in part to its aggressive marketing strategies. The pecuniary benefits of the new job were too good to pass up. The company's pecuniary policies were criticized for being too focused on short-term profits.
common collocation of
Pecuniary.
Pecuniary gain. Definition: financial profit, benefit, or advantage. Examples: the company's primary goal was pecuniary gain, focusing on maximizing profits. Pecuniary loss. Definition: a financial loss or setback. Examples: the business suffered a pecuniary loss due to a decline in sales and unexpected expenses. Pecuniary compensation. Definition: financial payment or remuneration for goods, services, or work performed. Examples: the employee sought pecuniary compensation for the overtime hours they had worked. Pecuniary penalty. Definition: a monetary punishment or fine imposed as a consequence of wrongdoing. Examples: the company was issued a pecuniary penalty for violating environmental regulations. Pecuniary reward. Definition: a financial incentive or recompense for achieving a specific goal or milestone. Examples: the top salesperson received a pecuniary reward for surpassing their quarterly targets.
Next question. Agreeable and accommodating in nature. Willing to please or oblige others.
विनम्र, सहमत होने वाला, दूसरों को खुश करने को तैयार.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Meddlesome, complaisant, esoteric, demure. Now, the correct answer is complaisant.
Complacent as adjective.
विनम्र, सहमत होने वाला, दूसरों को खुश करने को तैयार.
Agreeable and accommodating in nature. Willing to please or oblige others.
Synonyms of
Complaisant.
Obliging, amiable, accommodating, affable, compliant.
antonyms of
complaisant,
Antagonistic, belligerent, bellicose, hostile, unfriendly.
Here is the word family of complaisant, as a noun complacence, as an adjective complaisant, as an adverb complacently.
I found his complaisant agreement to the terms of the contract somewhat suspicious. The hotel staff were extremely complaisant and went out of their way to make sure we had a comfortable stay. She was always complaisant and willing to help out with anything that was needed. The politician's complaisant behavior toward lobbyists made many people question his integrity. His complaisant attitude toward the boss's requests earned him a promotion.
Here are some useful collocations of
complaisant,
Complaisant nature. Definition: having a willing and accommodating nature. Examples: she is known for her complaisant nature, always ready to help others. Complaisant attitude. Definition: displaying a cooperative and agreeable attitude. Examples: the employee's complaisant attitude made him well-liked among his colleagues. Complacent behavior. Definition: exhibiting a polite and obliging behavior towards others. Examples: the staff members were praised for their complacent behavior towards the customers. Complacent approach. Definition: taking a flexible and adaptable approach to situations. Examples: the manager's complacent approach to problem solving helped resolve conflicts within the team. Complacent demeanor. Definition: having a pleasant and friendly demeanor. Examples: the salesperson's complacent demeanor made customers feel comfortable and valued.
Next question. Easily angered or irritated, prone to temperamental outbursts, quick to take offense, touchy or easily provoked.
चिड़चिड़ा, जो जल्दी नाराज हो जाए.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Colossal, rudimentary, irascible, subversive. Now the correct answer is irascible.
Irascible as adjective.
चिड़चिड़ा, जो जल्दी नाराज हो जाए.
Easily angered or irritated, prone to temperamental outbursts, quick to take offense, touchy or easily provoked.
Synonym of
Irascible,
Irritable, testy, petulant, touchy, cross.
Antonym of
irascible,
Easygoing, agreeable, cheerful, friendly, genial.
Here is the word family of irascible, as a noun irascibility, as an adjective irascible, as an adverb irascibly.
The politician is known for his irascible behavior in public. The irascible customer became angry when the store was out of stock. The irascible boss frequently loses his temper. She has an irascible personality and is difficult to work with. The irascible old man was always yelling at kids to get off his lawn.
common collocation of
Irascible,
Irascible temperament. Definition: referring to a person's easily angered or irritable nature. Examples: despite his talent, his irascible temperament often hindered collaborations with others. Irascible mood. Definition: describing a person's state of being easily provoked or having a short temper. Examples: he was in an irascible mood after a long day at work and snapped at anyone who approached him. Irascible outburst. Definition: a sudden and intense display of anger or irritation. Examples: her irascible outburst during the meeting shocked her colleagues and disrupted the discussion. Irascible nature. Definition: describing someone's inherent tendency to become easily angered or annoyed. Examples: his irascible nature made it challenging to have constructive conversations with him. Irascible behavior. Definition: displaying frequent or recurring anger, impatience, or irritability in one's actions. Examples: his irascible behavior towards the staff led to a tense and uncomfortable work environment.
Next question. In biology, used to describe organs or structures that perform similar functions in different organisms, but have different evolutionary origins, similar or alike in some way, having analogy or resemblance.
समान, तुलनीय, किसी और चीज से मिलती जुलती.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Analogous, affluent, scintillating, malleable. Now, the correct answer is analogous.
Analogous as adjective.
समान, तुलनीय, किसी और चीज से मिलती जुलती.
In biology, used to describe organs or structures that perform similar functions in different organisms, but have different evolutionary origins, similar or alike in some way, having analogy or resemblance.
Synonyms of
Analogous,
Like, similar, comparable, parallel, corresponding.
antonyms of
analogous,
Different, disparate, homologous, unlike, dissimilar.
Here is the word family of analogous, as a noun analogy, as a adjective analogous, as a adverb analogously.
The way a child learns to speak a language is analogous to how a computer program is trained with data. The structure of the human eye is analogous to that of a camera. The relationship between a teacher and student can be analogous to that of a guide and a traveler. The process of natural selection in biology is analogous to the process of market competition in economics. The way a computer stores information is analogous to the way a filing cabinet stores documents.
Here are some useful collocations of
Analogous,
Analogous situation. Definition: a situation that shares similarities or parallels with another situation. Examples: the economic crisis in the country was analogous to the previous financial downturn. Analogous concept. Definition: a concept or idea that is similar or comparable to another concept. Examples: the teacher used an analogous concept to explain a complex scientific theory. Analogous concepts. Definition: concepts or ideas that are similar or related in nature. Examples: the concept of supply and demand in economics has analogous concepts in the principles of ecology. Analogous systems. Definition: systems or frameworks that share similar principles or functions. Examples: the legal system and the educational system have analogous systems of rules and regulations. Analogous products. Definition: products or goods that serve similar purposes or fulfill similar needs. Examples: smartphones and tablets are analogous products in terms of their functionality and usage.
Next question. acting or done quickly and without thinking, impulsive. Acting or done quickly and without thought or care, impulsive.
आवेगी, बिना सोचे जल्दी करने वाला.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? Superfluous, subversive, impetuous, laudable. Now the correct answer is impetuous.
Impetuous as adjective.
आवेगी, बिना सोचे जल्दी करने वाला.
Acting or done quickly and without thinking, impulsive. Acting or done quickly and without thought or care, impulsive.
Synonym of
Impetuous,
Impulsive, rash, hasty, overhasty, reckless.
Antonym of
impetuous,
Cautious, thoughtful, sensible, careful, considerate.
Here is the word family of impetuous. As a noun, impetuosity. As an adjective, impetuous. As an adverb, impetuously.
The artist's impetuous creativity led to groundbreaking work that challenged traditional norms. The CEO's impetuous decision to acquire a rival company turned out to be a costly mistake. The athlete's impetuous actions during the game led to a penalty that cost his team the victory. The young man's impetuous behavior led him to make hasty decisions that resulted in regret. The driver's impetuous decision to speed through the intersection caused a dangerous accident.
common collocation of
Impetuous,
Impetuous passion. Definition: overwhelming and uncontrollable passion that drives one to act impulsively. Examples: their impetuous passion for each other resulted in a whirlwind romance that took them by surprise. Impetuous action. Definition: an action taken without deliberation or foresight, often driven by strong emotions or sudden impulses. Examples: his impetuous action of buying an expensive car drained his savings and left him in debt. Impetuous decision. Definition: a decision made quickly and without careful thought or consideration. Examples: his impetuous decision to quit his job without a backup plan caused him financial difficulties. Impetuous behavior. Definition: behavior characterized by acting on impulse or without thinking through the consequences. Examples: her impetuous behavior led to conflicts with her colleagues and strained relationships. Impetuous love. Definition: intense and passionate love that is marked by impulsive actions and decisions. Examples: their impetuous love affair took them on wild adventures, but eventually led to heartbreak.
You can find playlists for various languages in the video description. To practice the vocabulary, you are encouraged to explore our various apps. Links to these are also included in the description. If you found something new or interesting, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section and provide your valuable feedback. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more educational content.